I'd like to talk a little bit about the kidneys, combining the perspectives of energy medicine and the framework of German New Medicine. So if you've experienced kidney stones or rapid weight gain that seem to come out of nowhere, a lot of water weight, then this video can be helpful for you to think about some of the reasons why that might be occurring and how your kidneys can play a role. So starting with the energy medicine perspective, our kidneys as an organ and the kidney meridian from traditional Chinese medicine, meridian is our energy pathways along our body. The kidney meridian is really the mother meridian that feeds all of the others. It is our deepest yin meridian, meaning it is this internal energy that is fueling the rest of our system. And the kidney is really kind of the source energy in that way that comes into our body and really fuels the way that the rest of our body functions. The kidney, along with the bladder in traditional Chinese medicine, are part of the winter element or rhythm. And when you think about winter, it is the deepest and darkest internal time. It is the time of incubation. It is the time of restoration. It is that planning and hoping and restoring to be prepared for the springtime to come, for the life to come. And when we're in that experience, there can be hope and inspiration and really deep reflection and restoration, but there can also be this sense of fear and isolation and abandonment. Like, will I get through this? Will I get through the dark night of the soul? Will I see the light on the other side? What is it that's happening for me in my future? So in traditional Chinese medicine, which is part of energy medicine, when we're having issues with the kidney, we can sort of look at some of those emotional themes around fear, isolation, shame. The author Ina Siegel, in her book, The Secret Language of Your Body, uses a phrase that I really love that's ancient sadness to describe the kidney. And to me, that really resonates because this is such a deep energy that I think sometimes it's energy that even comes into our lives with us and kind of predisposes us in this way. So from the German New Medicine perspective, if you don't know about GNM, it is a framework that talks about how our bodies run specific biological programs or tissue adaptations to help us survive. These are adaptations that occur on our behalf for our bodies to help us through a situation to come out stronger and to survive. So in this specific case, the kidneys relate to a situation or event that causes us to feel at some level isolated, abandoned, unsupported, like we're on our own, like we're a fish out of water is the phrase that frequently comes to mind. And that idea of being out of water is really important because the main function of our kidneys is filtering. And what happens in this tissue adaptation or biological program in GNM is that when we are in this state of feeling isolated, abandoned, unsupported, feeling on our own, then the kidneys respond by adding more cells in that filtration mechanism so that our bodies retain more water. And the biological purpose here is that water is fundamental for our survival. Our bodies are made of mostly water. Life comes from water. And so by adding water to our bodies, adding that capacity, our kidneys are helping us to survive a situation where we feel isolated, abandoned, or like a fish out of water. And what this can result in is one, rapid water weight gain because our bodies are retaining a lot more water. So if your lifestyle has stayed the same, but suddenly you're retaining a lot of water, your weight has gone up a lot, that could be an indication. You might find that your eyes are getting really puffy, maybe your hands and feet are swollen, your ankles are swollen, or you just feel like you're retaining water all over your body. Another thing that can result from that extra filtration are kidney stones, and specifically the calcium oxalate kidney stones, which I have experience with. And that's because that extra filtration is retaining those minerals in the system, and they can build up and form kidney stones. So what can we do when we start having these issues of this water weight gain that's coming on rapidly, or these kidney stones that are happening? We look for the root cause. So we think about where in our lives have we been feeling isolated, abandoned, unsupported, like there's no one there to catch me, I'm on my own in this, like a fish out of water. And then we look for ways to resolve those situations, either with emotional shifts and or by taking some action steps here. So emotionally, we may need to confide in someone. We may need to find somebody who can help us carry the burden so we don't feel alone, so we can express what we're really going through to someone else who can then help us. We may need to take some action steps to figure out, who can I ask for help? What resources do I have here? Maybe even having someone else help you to brainstorm, what other ways can I look at this situation? What other resources can I find that I maybe haven't been thinking about? These things can help you to bring you out of that state where the kidneys are adding in all of these cells and retaining a lot of water, and can help bring you into a resolution phase. Now, from an energy perspective, you can also work with the kidney meridian to just help strengthen that balance. And there's a couple easy ways to do that. One of them is by holding or tapping the top of the kidney meridian, which is right under the collarbone points. So you can tap that or hold it to help balance the meridian. You can also hold the beginning point of the meridian, which is on the bottom of your foot, like right in the center. And that point, just by holding it for maybe a longer period of time while you're watching TV, may help to open up some of that flow. You can also, as far as symptom relief, do things like lymphatic drainage, compression wear, things that will help with the way that the water is collecting in your body at certain places. But again, those are kind of not necessarily the root cause. Those are symptom helpers, which is a great thing to do. But let's get to that root cause. Figure out where it is that you're feeling isolated, abandoned, on your own, unsupported, and address those things the best you can. When you do, you'll know that you're going into resolution because you'll start to see that water weight go down. You'll pee a lot, so you'll be expelling water weight. You'll also may experience night sweats because your kidneys are going to be breaking down that extra filtration tissue. So that might be a bit uncomfortable in some of the symptoms you would have, but the idea here is that your body is coming back stronger. It's always the body's goal to be more resilient, to be stronger after the crisis. And so your body's doing this, one, to help save you, but also then to rebuild stronger. So I hope these help. And if you need medical intervention, especially for kidney stones, go and get it. I'm not saying don't intervene. Take care of yourself, but also look for these root causes so that you can know why these things are happening and how your body is working on your behalf.